Like when I was really young, it used to happen a lot. And then when the trauma started, and then it wasn't happening a lot. And then after my awakening, it started to happen a lot. Like a lot. You know what I mean? What do you mean a lot? What you talking about? Guys, I'm talking about my wonderful imagination. You know what I mean? Now, the reason why I shared that, because whenever my imagination leaves me, then I know that I'm operating from my lower self. You know what I'm saying? Then I know it's time to get back to my ritual. You know what I mean? It's time to get back home. It's time to get back to my father's house. You understand what I'm saying? My chosen one, how to know you're operating from your lower self, guys. Yeah. Hello, beautiful people of the world. This is Alula, and welcome to Awaken the Ego Within. My chosen one, if you have not subscribed by now, you're missing out. Check me out on Insta at Awaken the Ego. The link's on the channel. Guys, today is Friday. This is the last vid for the week. This week, actually, I've given you 5 videos back to back. Good old me. Yeah. Guys, today I wanna share with you how to know you are operating from your lower self, really. You know what I mean? Guys, there's been a period of time in my life when I was operating from my lower self, really. The funny thing about it is, like, I thought that was normal. You know what I mean? Let me tell you now, that ain't, guys. You know, living your life in your lower self is not you. You know what I'm saying? It's really not you. You are only your best. Your highest expression can only be expressed when you are living in your higher self. You know what I'm saying? So what is the first sign to know that you're operating from your low, guys? I mean, from your lower self. First thing first, guys, is like you live your life with the lust emotion. Whether it's sexual emotion, whether it's greed, you know what I mean? It's just that you want to take, but not give, guys. And let me tell you now, that is not normal. You know what I mean? I know that now, but I didn't then, guys. When your heart is filled with lust emotion, guys, that you want to take and not contribute anything back, understand that you're operating from your lower self, guys. My chosen, you know it's time to it's time to get back to your father's house when you look for fulfillment outside of yourself, especially in the world, whether it's in success, whether it's in marriage, whether it's in other things that is outside of you. You know what I mean? As the chosen ones, guys, that's not how we live our lives. We live our lives from within. We live our lives with the knowledge that the God or the Creator has placed all the most beautiful things inside of us, and simply there's nothing outside of us that we need in order for us to live, you know what I mean, a prosperous life, or, you know, fulfill our highest potential. You know what I'm saying? That's not to say that we don't mind, like, enjoying with worldly things from time to time, but it's important that we don't need it, guys. You know what I mean? The funny thing about your energy, guys, is like when you are up, you're a different person, and then when you're low, you're a different person. You know what I mean? It's like you can look at the same thing and have a completely different view based on how you feel within yourself, guys. This is why, as the chosen people, We always say, always promote this idea, my chosen. Pay attention to how you feel, because the whole world is within you. You know you're not you when you begin to compare yourself with others, especially people you know, people you grew up with, looking at their lives and looking at yours and seeing who's better. You know what I mean? Guys, I've been there, and that is not a good feeling. That is not a frequency of a chosen one, guys. When you are living your higher self, you will only begin to compare yourself with the person that you were yesterday, not with anybody else. You know what I mean? Because you don't know the story of other people. You don't know what is behind or what is the whole story. And also, it's simply just none of your business, guys. You know what I'm saying? Guys, there's nothing that will lower your energy, especially on like social media. Nowadays, our social media is just based off that. You know what I mean? Comparison, looking at like other people, see what they have. You know what I mean? And it's like all fake, by the way. You know what I mean? So understand this, my chosen one. You're not you when you begin to compare yourself with others. When you see, like, compare your success with other people's success. You know what I mean? Because that is simply not your business. Because we all have our own journeys, guys. We all different people. You know, that I'll have our own journeys. You know? Last but not least, actually this is a big one. It's like when you always do things to feed your ego. Like when you do things that don't have a meaning just to prove to yourself you're better than other people. You know what I mean? It's like kind of the same like topic or the same point that is with the last one. But guys, your ego is your lower self. And funny thing about ego is also ego is like it can never be satisfied. You know what I mean? You can give your ego $1 billion. You can give your ego all the women in the world or all the men in the world if you're a woman. You know what I mean? You know, it just never fulfills you. You know, if you find yourself, guys, you are always feeding your ego. You're always thinking about the things that you're going to do. You know what I mean? Guys, understand that you're operating from your lower self. You know your ego, guys. You know what I mean? I think it's impossible to have no ego. I guess in certain situations it's good to have an ego, but as the chosen ones, guys, we must not live our lives from the ego. You know what I mean? In fact, one of the things that will begin to happen, my chosen, when you have an awakening, is that you're going to begin to experience this thing that we call, having an ego death, basically. You know what I mean? Like having an ego death, guys, is like basically your all identity being stripped away from you. You know what I mean? The person that you thought you were, gone. You know what I mean? Now you don't have an identity. This is why particularly many of you feel so afraid, feel so lost, and feel so attached in the dark night of the soul. You know what I mean, guys? That is your ego crumbling and bringing you back to the person that you're meant to be. You know what I'm saying? Bring you back to, who you're meant to be, guys. Because in order for you to learn, you got to be a fool. And fools are wonderful. You know what I mean? I didn't mean it fool in a way that, oh yeah, like a fool, I don't know anything. No. It's like when you strip your ego from your consciousness, guys, you become a person of service. You understand what I'm saying? It becomes about like not me all the time, but it becomes about us, guys. And then that is a wonderful thing, and that is how you live your life in the way of the heavens. Oh yeah, today I walked all the way. I'm even showing you other parts of this like park. Okay, my chosen ones, until your Sunday motivation, have a good weekend. Like this video, subscribe to this channel. You know what I'm saying? Until another vid, my chosen ones, peace out. Bye bye. Check this out. Let's just walk. Walk. Yeah. Alright, guys. Take care.